Hey, I'm Tony Gaskins, author, life coach, speaker. You're watching Madamenoire. Yes, they can. And I say that because I was a former abusive boyfriend. When I was in college, I was a college football player and I had a girlfriend. Now, we have visuals of abuse like Ray Rice, Chris Brown, Chad Ochocinco. I never had that type of abuse, but abuse is abuse. If there's no blood, there's no bust lips, there's no black eyes, it's still abuse. If it's verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, it's abuse. It may hurt if you were pushed in your chest or if your back hit a wall, but you're not gonna feel that, in a day or so. But if I strip you down by verbally abusing you, them words may play over in your mind for 10 years. And I was that man, and the reason why I was that man is because I didn't know love. I hated myself. I was insecure. I was lost. I thought that being a man meant controlling a woman because I saw that growing up. And I tried to carry that out. If it's recognized and it is stopped right there, you just redirected a behavior. And when that person changes that behavior, then you reinforce the positive behavior. It's behavioral science. If a man asks a woman for a threesome, that means that he does not respect that woman as a queen, as a wife. She is what I call a human teddy bear. She is a space in his life that he's using, a person he's using to kind of empty all his insecurities on, his weakness on, and he is looking to fulfill lust, which if you give in to lust, it only gets stronger. So it happens, and I know it happens because I coach on relationships every day. Men are unforgiving. So I have never met a man who wants to be married and faithful, who will be with a woman with over 10 partners. But majority of women by the age of 25, at least 35, have over 10 partners. But men are so unforgiving. Now we have singers who will lie in a song, but they won't marry the women that they're lying to in that song. So they'll say, I don't mind. You can have a future and a past. A past and a future, I don't mind. But they're not marrying those women. And so what I say is, and then you have also artists, music rules the culture, it rules the world. And one artist said, whatever she says, multiply by 3. And guys who listen to rap actually do that. So if you say as a woman 10, that man is thinking 30. And nothing less. And you're not getting forgiven for that. And that is why we see so many women who we perceive to be promiscuous get in a relationship with a guy and it lasts a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then he leaves. And the reason why is because he just wanted to be another number on her list. But I say, what happened in the past is the past. Let's move forward to the future. My number was 5. I didn't expect the woman to believe it, but I knew she couldn't verify it. So you just got to go with 5. And me, when I was looking for a woman who her number was under 5, and I wanted to believe it, under 5 at the most 10. But I didn't talk to 10. When I met my wife, her number was 1, and that's why I made her my wife. It's very dangerous. But the key is you have to understand the difference between potential and production. So if you see potential in a person, they have to actively be producing. So what that means is if you're my woman and you know that I have the gift to be an author and a speaker and a life coach, but I once was a drug dealer and a thief, I have to be doing the things that an author and a speaker and a life coach does. So I have to be taking the courses, getting the training, working on my book. But if I'm still hanging out with my boys who sell drugs, then there's a huge gap between the potential and the production. And if I'm not producing, then I'm going backwards. And if you're staying, hope isn't a strategy. So there has to be production. I was a drug dealer and a thief. My wife, when she met me, she left me after 2 months because I wasn't producing, I wasn't growing, I wasn't changing. We circled back together 6 months later. I had to make those changes. When I started to go backwards, even though we had gotten married, she left me. When she came back, my only option, because she showed me that she would leave me even having a child and being married, my only option was to grow and to change. I grew into change, and because of her seeing my potential but requiring production, that's why I'm here today. The advice I would give to a couple who's trying to get it right after having it wrong for a while would be to decide if you are going to be all in. And that's what my wife and I did. So love your partner the way that they need to be loved, not the way you want to be loved. Next, I would say open communication. I became so blunt and real with my wife. She became so blunt and real with me. So it was like, baby, this is what I need from you. And baby, this is what I need from you. Can you do this? Can you do this? And then we met in the middle, and her wish became my command. My wish became her command. And next, I would say, after buying in, being selfless, having that communication, not arguing. I have a rule that says if it's not worth breaking up over, it's not worth arguing over.